This is the first video in a series of 3. Accompanying this video is a written guide that you can review at your own pace. It's mostly theory with little gameplay footage, so better suited to a written format. Which is why I'll be keeping the video version brief. At least that was the plan. It covers how to maximize experience points from the Feud of the Faithful questline. In doing so, it also covers Starward Gaze, which is most closely intertwined with Feud of the Faithful. The second and third videos provide a brief overview of early game builds for 2 characters, followed by clips from their respective playthroughs of the questline. Each character follows a different route that suits it best. Let's start with TLDR. There are 3 apparent ways to resolve this quest. We can kill Ramien, as Hulrun asks, and report back. We can kill Hulrun, against Ramien's wishes, and report to Ramien. Or we can try to resolve the conflict peacefully by convincing Hulrun and then report to Ramien. The trick to gaining additional experience lies in when the experience is awarded in the third option. In the first 2 routes, most of the experience is granted when the quest is completed. However, in the peaceful route, as can be seen in this table, the largest portion of experience is awarded earlier when you successfully convince Hulrun. The final completion step of informing Ramien grants comparatively little. This means you can take the peaceful route up to the persuasion step, claim the experience reward, and then deviate and kill one or the other afterwards, and also receive experience from the corresponding kill route. Now, if you only want the final step-by-step optimized route, you can skip ahead to the relevant peaceful kill routes section. You'll find it in the chapters. Otherwise, continue listening for a more detailed explanation. Before focusing on the experience optimization, it's important to understand how your choices in this questline affect the rest of the game. There's 3 endings to the quest that I've already mentioned. It's also possible to kill both, but the second murder will technically be after the ending of the quest. However, all these outcomes have their short and long-term consequences. Let's start with the short. First, there is the ones for Starward Gaze. Since these affect short-term experience gain, I have included them in the experience optimization part later, and we'll discuss them there. Then there is a common cause. Will you choose to kill or spare determines who can assist you in the Grey Garrison assault? Hulrun is especially useful. His Inquisitors appear during the Jesslyn mini-boss fight, which is one of the tougher encounters in the garrison. Looking slightly further ahead, helping the Adepts is required to unlock the Azata mythic path and to recruit Risalai early. This is by far the most important consequence. Then in the final act, either Hulrun or Ramien will reappear. If both are alive, I believe it depends on who you chose for a common cause. They also influence certain quests. More detailed information with spawn attacks is available in the written guide. In my opinion, the Act 5 consequences being as far away as they are aren't worth stressing over, unless you are really aiming for optimal outcomes or specific endings. I don't know. If that's your goal, you're likely doing deeper research into the questlines anyway. The combat experience table lays out exactly how much experience you get for killing each non-player character and their allies, for reference when weighing different routes later on. Because Starward Gaze is linked to the Feud of the Faithful questline, this slide outlines the 2 ways to complete it: help the Adepts or kill Ilkes. I've also included a fail route. This obviously isn't the only way to fail the quest, but it's the most noteworthy one where you complete all objectives and then just decide to kill everyone, causing the quest to fail. Personally, I think Hulrun should reward you for so thoroughly rooting out every troublemaker. But alas, it's not the case. One important thing to note is that the Kill Ilka's route can be completed without leaving the market square. Leaving triggers a mandatory combat encounter and the recruitment of Nino. This matters in two ways. First, by completing the quest in the market square, you will potentially be higher level going into the fight. Since it's not a particularly hard encounter, this only matters for specific builds. Second, recruiting Ninos increases your party size, since experience with the right setting toggled is divided among active party members. You earn more XP if you complete the quest before adding her. One way to fill Starward Gaze is by killing Ramien immediately. If you do, Ilkas will attack you. However, for unclear reasons, you won't receive experience for reporting Ilka's death to Hulrun afterward. On the other hand, if you initially leave Ramien alone and then use the dialogue option to attack and kill Ilkas, you do receive the experience. Ramien will attack you the next time you meet him, so in both cases you kill both. On to the Feud of the Faithful quest itself. These two, which I titled Naive, are the straightforward but suboptimal routes. Kill Hulrun or Ramien right away, report to the other one, finish the quest, and move on. We've already, just a moment ago, discussed part of the issue with this Kill Ramien route. It fills Starward Gaze. The other reasons why these are inefficient we'll discover once we get to the optimized variations. Next we have the Peaceful route. Convincing both sides to reconcile grants a solid amount of experience and keeps both alive for future content. You can still kill Hulrun afterwards for additional experience, but there is a more efficient approach to do that. Showing the light of heaven is mandatory. Otherwise, Hulrun will attack you if you attempt to convince him to spare Ramien. Now for the real trick. Get the reconciliation experience, then kill one of them for the rewards from that quest route. This works because if you look closely at Peaceful route right here, the bulk of the experience is awarded before the quest is completed. This brings us to the optimized Kill Hulrun route. Speak to both sides, convince Hulrun to reconcile, and then kill him anyway. There are two variants. In the first one, we kill Hulrun before starting Starward Gaze. This yields the most experience before leaving Market Square, which can be optimal in certain shared experience scenarios involving Nino's recruitment. It's also an easier fight. The second variant is to kill Hulrun during the Starward Gaze quest. This gives the most experience for a fixed party size, whether that's 6 or fewer. Next is the optimized Kill Ramien route. Its main advantage over Kill Hulrun is that both quests, Feud of the Faithful and Starward Gaze, will be fully completed within the Market Square. There is an additional pitfall to be aware of when doing this route. Once you kill Ilks, Ramien becomes hostile if you speak to him again. And if Ramien dies, you can no longer convince Hulrun to reconcile. The correct order is thus: talk to Ramien, talk to Ilkas and kill him, talk to Hulrun to collect the experience bounty on Ilkas and breach peace, and only now you can go back and kill Ramien. This final comparison highlights the best option for each situation, depending on who you want, dead or alive, and your party size. We'll explore more build-specific considerations in our next video, where I'll showcase one of these routes in my current playthrough.